Regina City Council has opted into Saskatchewan's Safe Public Spaces Street Weapons Act. The mayor is in studio with us this morning, Chad Bachynski. Chad, thank you for doing this. Saskatoon, we saw recently follow suit in adopting this act. Why did you decide to opt in?
Yeah, ultimately we heard from a number of delegates, and we heard from Regina Police themselves to explain what this means to them, and ultimately this gives them additional tools to actually address issues of certain types of weapons that are outlined in the act, to essentially deal with certain situations without necessarily laying a criminal charge for somebody.
Is this going to make our cities safer?
It gives the police the tools to take, dangerous things like bear spray and machetes and other items listed in that act off our streets where it makes sense. So, less weapons on the street ultimately should lead to safer streets.
Yeah, make the Queen City X safer. Every year we get reports of bear spray. Lead service connection is also discussed at City Council. What's the problem in the older residential areas right now?
Yeah, so we still have some lead service connections left in the city. I was very proud that city administration brought forward a number of options to be able to address the safe drinking water that we need to provide to residents while we replace those connections. And so we actually removed some financial barriers, allowing more folks to be able to finance some of the residential side connection construction over the longer term through their property taxes. So we enabled more tools and removed financial barriers for people to have safe drinking water in the interim while we finish up that program.
That's the impetus for a lot of the construction that we're seeing in the downtown right now, replacing those lead service lines. We had them on the show earlier this month to talk about the project that's hopefully going to be done here in October. A lot of money. Winter and road repair, construction is still a main priority for you guys. Yeah, absolutely, and it's great to see the progress that's happened. I mean, we're seeing some great progress on Dudney. We're seeing paving stones go in, so those are some of those finishing touches, which is fantastic. And we're seeing up to Rose Street now. We've now opened on 11th Avenue, so seeing some great progress and seeing some openings here, which is great. A lot of complaints to your office, though. Well, absolutely, there's frustration, and I acknowledge that. Absolutely, it's frustrating to get around and maneuver around construction, but construction is a sign of progress, and it's a sign of growth of our city, that we're investing in our city, so it's very important. And speaking of investing, you're deciding where tax dollars go right now. That budget process, first time you've ever opened it up to the entire, where you can see it on YouTube and your website and all that kind of stuff. How's it going? Yeah, really well. I'm extremely thankful for the efforts that were put in to get to this place where we have a very open and transparent process. I've been speaking to a number of residents and folks to talk about, I want to make sure that we're debating the math of the budget at the end of the day. We need to decide, what is the service level that residents expect and how much that costs and what is that balance that we need to achieve. And by doing this, it allows residents to come along that journey with council and see where we start in terms of our budget shortfall and our revenue shortfall, and where we need to get to in terms of what the expectation of service is. And what if they disagree with it? That's why we have this process. We want to take that feedback and we want to understand and try and get to where the majority of our residents agree that this is the service that we expect as a city. Mr. Mayor, thank you so much. How about your Blue Jays? You going to do okay? We're hoping. We're rooting for them. The struggles are on for your top 8 as well. Thank you so much for being here. This is the mayor, Regina.ca for more information.